Frogs. A lesson combining motor movement with music.
Kayla, can you find the frog?
This is a frog.
That's right. Good job.
Finding frogs, counting frogs, singing about frogs. This outdoor garden lesson is a First Adventures event in improving gross motor and music skills. Dr. Penny Rosenblum of the University of Arizona and instructor Beth Ramella Perry team up to plan and execute the lesson.
How did that frog get away?
In many ways, children who are in typical preschools for children that don't have any disabilities, and you'll often see a unit on frogs, a unit on butterflies, a unit on, who's in our family. And with children who have additional disabilities, such as the children here, we want to do what we would do in a typical preschool environment. And so a lot of times we'll be doing lessons about frogs and water play.
Let's go over.
And so they are off to gather around the little frog pool.
Okay, come on.
At the pool, an exciting warm-up song to preview what's about to happen.
Ba-rump went the little green frog one day. Ba-rump went the little green frog. Ba-rump went the little green frog one day, and his eyes went blink, blink, blink.
I think for children with multiple disabilities, music is very much a motivational factor. It gets their attention. They respond to it very nicely. We're able to incorporate movement into the music.
Movement into the music comes as each child gets a turn searching for the green frogs in the pool, grabbing them up, and the whole group counting how many, what color, and all accompanied and reinforced by the music.
Ba-rump went the little green frog one day, and his eyes went blink, blink, blink. Wow, Elena, it looks like you caught a lot of frogs. You caught big frogs and little frogs. Holy, oh my goodness. Holy frogs, Batman. Look how many are over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, she's like, look what I can make the people do. 6. Yay! 6? Wow, Kayla. Okay, are we ready for Devontae's turn? You ready, Devontae?
For Kayla, it was probably more the counting. She did some nice matching of pictures and letters, which she's very good at.
One little fly came buzzing by.
And the purpose was to give the children an opportunity to engage in some gross motor skills, some literacy skills, some communication skills, and so that they had the opportunity. Each child was, had specific goals and objectives for him or her. So no two children were working on exactly the same thing throughout the lesson.
Ba-rump, there's a little one. Frog one day.
We want visually impaired children to learn concepts such as big and little and left and right and colors, red, yellow, green, and blue. If we use a thematic unit like frogs this week, and then a couple weeks from now we're doing a unit on fruit, we can keep practicing the same things because these children need lots of repetition to get a concept.
Nissa, you caught a green frog and a yellow frog, and then you gonna throw them in? We'll count. 1.
Is just adaptability. If they can adapt to any situation, then I think most kids can. That you just have to have fun with it. Have fun with what you're doing, and expose them to whatever you can, because that's key with these guys.
5 little frogs went out one day.
Dr. Rosenblum sees so much potential here for concept development and identification of different things like frogs. It will make a difference, she says, in the lives of these children as this lesson is repeated.
One little fly came
It's about frogs on one hand, but at the same time parallel, it's about these concepts that are just so important to later travel. In other words, if I'm going to go down the street and I'm looking for a building and somebody tells me it's 3 stories tall, that's a taller building than a 1-story building. Well, I first need to understand, big and little, or, tall and short, and that learning starts with children when they're very young. So you're always looking to the future. if I know I need to take medication and I don't have the skills to read the word on the bottle, but I know that my medication for my seizures is in my red bottle and my medication, let's say, for my diabetes is in my yellow bottle, if I've learned colors, then I can take and I can incorporate that into other functional activities in my life as I get older. Social interaction is very important for these children. A lot of times they're one-on-one with adults, and so we want to get them aware of, who's next to them and what they're doing, so we could play a game where we would be passing a frog and, stopping when the music stops to see who has it and, cheering that person on, so to speak. So there's a lot of ways to take a theme like frogs and expand it into all areas of development.
Even the OGCOM, I didn't
Rosenblum and Ramella Perry say the frogs, the colors, the music, a boilerplate lesson for success, and it will be repeated often to enhance the development of these kids and to satisfy the passion of the staff.
With the frog, he got that fly.
It's definitely heartfelt. What we do is something that if you don't love this job, if you're not totally in love with these kids, you move on. And if you do, you stay forever. It was a success because it's what we do every day.
Went blink, blink, blink. Did you see that? Hey, don't throw him back. Did you see his eyes went blink, blink, blink too?
First Adventures is made possible by the Pittsburgh Foundation.